In this series, I've been covering how to market your animals once you've started your homestead and you've gone out and purchased your cows. This is something I don't think that's covered enough, and I don't think that many people really know. Now what am I going to do? I've gone out, I've purchased my property, I've got my corrals, I've started my homestead, I went out and got 10 cows. I've got calves on the ground. Now what am I going to do? How am I going to start putting some of this land back to use and start putting money back in our pocket and start getting money back on our investment, our initial investment? How are we going to go about marketing that? I've covered several different ways already in parts 1, 2, and 3. And today I've got a couple of different ideas and options for you as well. So stick around. I've got a couple ideas for you. If you got anything out of this video and if you're enjoying the content, please do me a favor and like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you very much. So I've already discussed a couple of different options, and if you haven't heard those, I'd like you to go back and take a look at part 1, 2, or 3 in the series. I discussed taking your animals to a livestock auction, to the sale barn. I discussed getting a hold of your local butcher and talking to them to see if they're willing to purchase your animals, interested in purchasing your animals. If not, if they've got a list of people interested in purchasing a whole beef or a side of beef. I've also discussed advertising locally on Facebook or other social media and creating your own brand and selling a whole beef or a side of beef in that aspect. So today I'm going to cover a couple of different options as well that are a little bit different, that may be other ideas that you may not have considered. Whether you have the space or not, I don't know, but I'll give you the idea, and from there you can decide if it's a worthy idea or not. This guy here thinks that maybe I've got a treat. Hi, buddy, I'm sorry, I don't have any treats. I'm sorry. These kids. So you've decided that you don't want to sell your calves at 6 months. You don't want to take them to the sale barn. You want your homestead to be a part of the community, something that's going to be a really good product for your friends, neighbors, and other people in your community. So you've decided that you're going to finish your beef by raising them up to somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 pounds, and you're going to sell them in a way that works best for you. I've already discussed selling your animals as a whole beef or a side of beef, using Facebook and other social media to sell those products to people locally. My next option would be to continue along with the theme of social media, is that you can sell your product rather than as a whole beef or a side of beef. You can take your animals in and have your animals butchered and packaged the way you want them, whether that be 1 steak or 2 steaks a package, or you want your steaks, rather than being 1 inch, you want your steaks to be 1.25 inches, or whatever it is that you want to do. You can have your beef butchered, packaged the way you decide, and you're going to take that beef home. You're going to get a couple of deep freezers and you're going to sell your products individually. Now what you do is you decide, okay, my sirloin steaks are worth $15 a pound, $25 a pound, whatever you decide it's worth, and you'll advertise this on social media, whether that be just in your local community or on local classifieds or whatever it may be. And You can start like a small country store type of a thing in your homestead. Your packages, you may be open from, I don't know, say 10 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night, both Saturday and Sunday. Or you may be open weekdays from 4 in the afternoon to 7 p.m. Or you may be open noon Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and all day Saturday, or however works best for you. You may take orders online and people may decide, okay, hey, I'm going to be there Friday. I would like, 10 pounds of sirloin steaks, 10 pounds of burger, and I would like, 2 chuck roasts, roughly 3 pounds a piece. You'll take the order, they'll meet you at whatever time you two decide and designate, and you can sell these products individually and do it in a much different manner than selling a whole product as the side of beef or a whole beef. One, there's really good money in this, in that you're going to be able to sell the beef for a higher rate because you're going to be selling for, steaks individually. So instead of selling on average everything being $9 a pound, you may sell your ground beef for $5 a pound or $6 a pound, but then you're going to sell your steaks for 18 or 20 or whatever the going rate is in your area. So you're going to put more money in your pocket in that sense. But the only downfall is that now you've got to keep all of this beef at your place, whether that's in your shop or in your barn or whatever, in deep freezers. So now you've got to purchase a deep freeze up front, possibly more than one, possibly 2 or 3 to store your beef, and then you'll sell it individually as you go. So that's one of the downfalls on selling your products individually like that as well. The only other thing that I would say that may be a drawback as well is that you're going to have to wait on the money to come in, and you're going to have to be pretty diligent on ensuring that when people purchase something from you, you don't just kind of pocket the money and forget, oh geez, I got to make a ticket for this, put it into the business bank account and that kind of thing. You've got to be a much better business person and more business minded to ensure that you're doing things the right way for your business itself. You've got to be very accountable and selling the product, and ensuring that you have records and keeping good records of everything that you do this way. So you're not going to have the money up front, whereas if you sell a whole beef, you've got, okay, here's one check, done deal. You deposit that into your business account, and that's that. By selling it individually, you're going to sell, a package of 4 steaks, or you're going to sell the 4 steaks individually. And so you've got to sit on this money and hold on to everything as you go. So it's just something to consider as you get going into that side of the business. Please come back for part 5. I've got another couple of ideas for you, and that I believe that I'm going to be able to close up the series in part 5. So please come back and take a look at that. Thank you very much for watching today. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.